So I got a chance to watch the Odyssey on Thursday night, and it's taken me until Saturday to actually collect my thoughts and come to some type of review or summarization of what I thought of the movie. There's no time like the present, let's just get into it. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey must be the most controversial movie of the year. Though you wouldn't know that by watching it, you would have to go onto X or the comment section of YouTube to find that out. But despite the controversies online, the real question is, how is the movie? And quite honestly, without sugarcoating it, without ass kissing, without glazing, the movie is peakzilla. Okay, I'll be serious. Christopher Rowley is my god. Okay, now let me try that again. Hold up. My soul left my body. I'm not okay. I feel like we've been on the wildest roller coaster ride with this movie since it was announced 2 years ago. People were excited by the challenge of taking on this beloved ancient poem, then frustrated when they saw the armor, frustrated when they saw the casting, frustrated at the trailer, frustrated at the press tours. It seemed like anytime this movie was discussed, it was met with some disdain. So the question is, can the Odyssey rise from the ashes of controversy? Well, what I have to say to that is, Daddy's home. And I say that endearingly as it works on a couple levels for this film. Let me explain. This is Nolan's passion project. The man has dreamt of making the Odyssey since he was a small boy and has had great ambition to film an entire movie on IMAX film cameras, making it the first time ever in history. That's historic. Nolan has defied all odds with this film. And now that Nolan has overcome the most challenging material he's ever filmed and did it on the most challenging cinematic format, to that, I have to say, once again, Daddy's home. Warning, there will be spoilers ahead for this ancient poem, and I also need to preface in this review that I have not read the poem or any interpretation of this. All I knew was what was in the marketing, what was in the trailers. The Odyssey met my expectations and exceeded them. All the things you expect from Nolan at this point are present in this film and have never been better. The non-linear story is done so effectively, albeit it is a little bit jarring in the first 20 minutes while you navigate how they're speaking and the world he's building. When I saw Travis Scott opening the film, I thought, holy shit, Nolan's got some cojones. But I think the way they set up the myth of Odysseus really sucked me in, and the mystery of why he's been gone for 20 years, even though the war's been over for 8. The journey that we go on with Odysseus is a voyage like no other, with cyclops, giants, witches, sirens, the edge of the world, and gods. And every single one of those set pieces and conflicts are some of the most tense, like the Trojan War and Cyclops scenes, horrifying like the Circe scene and the Cyclops again, thrilling like the giant scenes, cathartic like the sirens and the edge of the world scene, and of course the ending. These are some of the toughest sequences I have ever seen put to film. And through all that mastery and the spectacle that the movie promises, the emotional journey of Odysseus is even more compelling and powerful. This man has been through war for man, war with the gods, and war with himself, up until he reaches the beaches of Ithaca, and upon landing back in his home, he's still distant. He's still miles away, as he reconciles with the anguish of losing his soldiers, his family, and his humanity in the pursuit of conquest and war. He disguises himself as a beggar to infiltrate his own palace, to not be recognized as Odysseus, fearing he may not be welcomed with open arms like his aura-maxing leader. You know the guy. This is where Damon serves up a monologue about his journey that absolutely shook me. His clever Trojan horse trick he used to penetrate the walls of Troy defied Zeus's law of hospitality and caused death and destruction of thousands of soldiers and civilians that have haunted him for a decade. This is a broken man trying to rebuild himself and regain his kingdom and family. By the end of the journey, in an absolutely tense sequence in the Ithaca Palace, against over 100 suitors trying to take his wife and son, Odysseus reclaims his family, his kingdom, and his home. And to that, I say again, Daddy's home. The Odyssey rocked me. I think that goes without saying. It has everything you want from a blockbuster movie, but done with a level of wonder and care that's absent from modern blockbusters. Nolan's focus on the practical and getting everything in camera approach gives the movie such an authentic and brilliant feel that's impossible not to get swept up in. The score by Ludwig Göransson is enrapturing the way it courses through this movie, and the sound design is phenomenal, not drowning out the dialogue like in previous Nolan movies, but a cinematic, deafening sound that makes you feel the shriek of a cyclops, storm engulfing a boat on the ocean, and the song of the sirens. The cast all gives great performances, but Matt Damon as the titular character gives such a layered performance as Odysseus that grounds this mythical story and leads it to a triumphant ending. Hamish Patel surprised me. I love this guy and he was great in the movie. Despite all the noise leading up to this, when those men set sail from Troy, my mind was swallowed by this journey, not the controversy. You would need a Trojan horse to penetrate my mind to break my immersion. I was locked in and almost leaned out of my seat as the camera pushes in on the Trojan horse leaning on the stone column. Oh my god, if Nolan isn't the greatest maestro of crescendo and endings, the way the movie ends, it's like when you've had the most satisfying meal and then they bring out this like elegant, not too sweet dessert that just perfectly tops it all off. I think it's clear to say that I love the movie. I don't know how I'd rank it yet. I'd need to watch it a few more times, and I mean to see it again in IMAX 70mm very soon. But one thing is for certain, it's transforming modern blockbusters, and at least for me, I know it's overused, but it's absolute cinema. If this is your first time on the channel, thanks for staying till the end. Leave a like and comment if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. I will be dropping an SDCC predictions video from Marvel's Hall H panel. Look forward to that very soon. What did you all think of the Odyssey? Was it absolute cinema for you? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.